Good evening, friends, and welcome to the 1st of May of 1979 in the totalitarian farmers' democracy, where the final load of steel for the nuclear power plant is on its way. Cheers. Finally, we started in February of last year on this project, and now there's only a little bit of the chimney left to do, and once that's done, we may actually get to start fiddling about with proper nuclear power. And what could possibly go wrong with that? Very little, I think. And we have one of these, whatever they're called now again, Transtar CO4070 is bringing the last 12 tons of steel to you know, if you look at it in the wrong, in one certain direction, it's not visible. Yes, but here we are anyway. So this should be completed about any minute now. I don't know how many work days are remaining, you think? Oh, they're building. The final parts. Oh, this is going quickly now. I think it's about done. What do you think? I think it's quite done. If it could have been timed to the end of the theme tune, it would have been even better, but not quite so lucky. Should we check on the Pro? No, we just leave it. We just wait. We just wait for the final moment here. It seems to have. No, it's continuing. It's continuing. I mean, there could be more resources lacking than just 12 tons of steel. I don't know. Wonder if we'll have a better tomorrow with this power plant. I think we will. I mean, for one thing, if we ever get the railroad completed, we're going to need a lot of money to buy trains to put on that railroad. So getting some export going here would not be a bad thing. And I'm not going to sell the nuclear fuel. I'm going to sell electricity, if anything. Would you be finished? Should we open up the window, maybe? This is taking a while. There it is. Ta-da! Twin reactor nuclear power plant completed. 1 year and it's 2.5 months or something it took to build, and now it is not that hard to select anymore. Very good. You have problems though. No engineers and workers. No cooling towers connected. Yes, we're working on the cooling tower. There is only 23 tons of steel remaining for that, and 1,500 workdays, give or take. That ought to be done pretty soon. This thing we're going to need. We do this. We buy the road and then hope that the construction office would be so kind as to take care of the bus stop. We may help a bit. Yes? All of you get to work here on the bus stop and on the cooling lines and on the everything, please. We need all the help we can get. The source is without steel, Missing, yes, I know. We're in a bit of a deficit regarding the steel out here. Okay, I suppose this is a nuclear power plant. Oskarshamn. Nuclear, twin reactor nuclear power plant. What, should we bring some fuel? The fire station is being worked on as well. I don't suppose it'll catch fire just on its own before we have workers. Have you played this game before? Yes, things tend to catch fire at the most inopportune times. Now, we have quite a bit of nuclear fuel here. Yes, 4.5 tons, 5.4 tons even. And the way you move these around, if I have been correctly informed and if I have also understood said information correctly, which is no guarantee, but if that's the case, then what we need is an open hull. And I don't think that we need a big one. Because these things here that the nuclear fuel gets stored in act as a vehicle that you could load onto something. Yes, 4.7 tons is what this weighs. And it's worth 83,000 rubles, a couple of those over the border, and we would have ourselves all the trains we could ever want. But we're not doing that. We're not selling the nuclear fuel. We're keeping that to ourselves. Well, how much can you load? 9 tons. That's a bit more than we need, but I think that we will go with that. And here we have it. So you go to the nuclear fuel fabrication and you load vehicles is what we want you to load. And then you head out, here. Yes. If we could click it, yes, unload and go. I suppose we'll ride along for this. This is a big moment in the history of the traditionella form, bondedemokratin. After all, soon the power flowing through these here lines will not come from burning coal. No, we will harness the power of the atom to do this electricity business from soon on, maybe. Okay, so you got yourself 2 of those even. Okay, drive very, very carefully now, if you wouldn't mind. $166,000 rubles worth. We're continuing to ride along here. And here we have it. Nuclear fuel on the way, on a curved road, onto a straight road. And the diesel fumes are pouring out. This is a bit exciting, I think. Maybe, pardon. Should we have some more dramatic music? No, this will do. Not a lot will happen until we get workers out here. And you're now out on the gravel road, doing all of 60 kilometers an hour. I mean, I think you could gun it a bit more, really. I've certainly driven more than 60 kilometers an hour on a gravel road. It was fine. Where are you going now? You're going to refuel. You are supposed to go and refuel the power plant. Don't mind so much refueling yourself. Well, it ensures that the fuel actually makes it to the power plant. That's a good thing. We don't want it to getting stolen or anything on the way here. since we're out here, yes, there are 3 people still living here. Amazing, and they're very happy. 3 people left of however many we got in there in the first place. I don't know how many that was, but it was a few. Yes, and you getting hold up in traffic here. That's not good. If we could ask you to head up to the quarry, maybe. And you too. This is a bit more micromanagement than I like, having to deal with this, but maybe this will be enough to clear the queue here. You can also store or export gravel, so that's because we're full. That's a good thing. Here we have workers. Very good. Where did it go? There it is. We'll continue riding along. It is a little bit of a trek out of the nuclear power plant, but it's supposed to be a bit secluded. No. There we go. That's very fitting. Look at this, the town of the city of Hansasino. Is the technical university complete yet? It is. It is complete. Though a little bit heavy on the staff. There, we only need a few. 39 staff out of 10. Okay, that's a 10. Fine. We're on the final leg now, out to Oskarshamn. How much fuel can you store? You have 3 tons in the heavy radiation protected import. But these don't need radiation protection, I don't think. These are already protected from the radiation. And of course, we have to build ourselves one of these so that we can have a look at any, if there would happen to be, an environmental problem out here. Come on, come back. There we go. This is a momentous occasion. The first fuel is arriving. They're going to load it into the reactor and then get it going. Push the start button or whatever you do. No, I think you actually remove the control rods and that's what gets it going. No nuclear engineer, but something along those lines. Well, that would suppose on what type of moderation this reactor has. It does not specify. Okay, yes, you unloaded one container, and there's another one. That got put first into the open storage, and then it was, I think, imported into the power plant. Let's check it out. Yes, 0.4 tons of nuclear fuel you have in the import. That's excellent. That is. And you're building these. Yeah, so we have workers here, but it's not going to help all that much. Here it is going to help. Okay, we have nuclear fuel. Very good. Very good, in fact. And I think that when I did the old inventory here of the power lines, I missed quite a few. I mean, here is one, for example, that is close and handy and everything. Let's see if we can't get ourselves a power line Oh, the heaviest duty one, of course. Can this... yes, 18 megawatts is possible to set to, but they don't have the... They have a dinky wire. They have these 10 megawatts. I don't think it's that detailed. It'll probably work. So we're heading out that way over the hill here. Modred. There's no electricity, but here. Quite why they would choose to build a border post here, I don't understand. But they did. Yes. Continue along here a bit. Which connection should we use for this? I think this one. Yes, that's only 109,000 rubles. 81 tons of steel is needed. We cannot afford. But we have the construction officers here. You will help on this as well. I think it's a bit too far away for the auto search to do it. So that's why we have to click a bit. And it's not like anything else out here needs steel at the moment, so this should be quick. Except for the cooling tower and the pipes. Oh, now it's starting to shoot out of the ground here. And it's operating without issues. The cost is going down. This is fantastic. And you say that you have no workers. There is a mechanism. Oh, pardon. But they need workers as well to operate the mechanism. Yes, it is coming up. I'm a bit excited about this. The fire station, how far are you from? You're also lacking steel, of course you are. And only one construction office is assigned. Could get the building is not finished. No, you're supposed to finish it. It's the job construction office. Still not that button you want to click, it's this one. Okay. And this, they have managed to bring the resources. They just need to bring a few workers as well. There's an excavator on the way. Yes, that will take care of the groundworks, I think. There is something wrong with these bus stops. It takes 20 work days to build one, apparently. That seems a very easy job to do then. Oh, it's getting done right before our eyes. Well, we started with gravel out in Polochevo 9 years ago, and I think I said something about that you have to crawl before you can walk, or however that saying goes. And I think that we have learned to both crawl and many other means of transportation, and now we can walk. What we call this. We'll be able to produce an enormous amount of power here. 156 megawatts. Fortunately, there is nowhere for me to dump that sort of energy. But okay, no engineers, no cooling towers connected. That's fine, because it will soon be, and this is about to be finished. 500 work days remaining. And at this rate, with 3 cranes and the 54 workers, it's only a matter of a short amount of time before this is complete. Should we go and have a look over at Molna while we wait? Because getting the fuel into here didn't seem that all that difficult. It actually seemed quite straightforward. So far. You're coming with another two containers here of nuclear fuel. Very good. Oh, there's a whole fleet of vehicles coming. Here's the nuclear fuel. Yes, we live in a high trust society apparently, obviously, as we can have these just going on in the open. What's this? It has a built-in dosimeter. So far, it's fine. Yes, so far it's fine. And I suppose that yes, this is your internal storage when you sort of unpack it from the canisters, or I would think. And there's still 3.2 tons left until you're full. And then I think it will fill up here. But this, of course, is probably also a space required for spent fuel. Maybe we should put an open storage in here somewhere to have the spent fuel. I don't know. Maybe. Have you already started working on this? You say yes, you have. You have brought gravel and concrete. That's fantastic. There's a lot of vehicles involved in this here construction. No open hulls. Oh, there's an excavator coming. That will take care of the groundworks for us. And the piping. Yes, we'll head out to Molna for a bit and check on things. That's Beatas. Here's Molna. What's going on here? There's a queue of trucks into here, and that's a little bit of a problem, because you want to load gravel and you will not be able to at the moment. This is a sort of a deadlock until we get this finished, and we won't get that finished in a bit. Before a bit, anyway. You're missing steel. You don't say. Everyone wants the steel. Are we working on... Yes, we're working on the storage. That's good. Then this problem will... But this will never be quite good. Let's set up. No, but it will have to do. Go back to the quarry with you. And you as well. Where were you going? You are going to the... you went for a refuel. Now you should be able to get your 8% of gravel that you need for the fire station. 1.4 tons. That's what you got, and then you left. Very good. Very good. Other than that, is anything else the matter out here? Yes, many things are the matter. The asphalt plant is finished, very good as well. Then you will get your asphalt from here now. Molna asphalt plant, very good. This still needs 13 tons of steel to be finished. So that's going to take a while, and this too. Yes. But then I would hope that we could get started on this as soon as possible. So that we could maybe get some more speed out of the railroad construction. This is not really progressing. I don't know where they are working nowadays, but it seems to be elsewhere. There was one working on the second track out there, but where's like my long one and such things? Oh, this is all complete. The railroad is complete here. Oh, then it's time. Then one should really do some signaling. This is not complete yet, though. That's a bit of an issue, and it may be that they cannot figure out their way to that place. Let's see if we can do this. I doubt it. I very much doubt it. No, a road connection does not exist. Do I build it from the other way, or what do I do? You're only working on that pit now. We need to tell you because it's too far out, so you're not continuing work. We want you to continue work here. Here we cannot do yet, but we want you to continue work everywhere. Would this mean then that the railroad stretches all the way? This is not the right place. All the way down to... What are you doing? I'm a bit lost. But I also realized that I am lost, so is one lost then? Oh, this is complete. This is finished. That's fantastic. We could do some signaling. No, that's not the type of signal we want. The first ever semaphore on the rail network. We have. And so, like that, we now have the ability to load up on petroleum products and put them on the railroad. That is a good thing. Do we have 11 workers? That's not so good. No. It is not that impressive. Let's see about that cooling tower and the pipes, if they aren't finished by now. Meanwhile, we should just swing by over here and see what's going on. Yes, they have planted the first fields. I have 3 tractors. Maybe I should have one more. And we're definitely going to want another harvester as well. 30, 28, 22. It's just East Germany. I think my prejudice against vehicles from East Germany comes from the Trabant, which is an awful, terrible, dirty, unimaginably terrible thing. With its terrible 2-stroke dirty engine and its plastic body that will never ever decompose or anything. It's just an awful thing. It's a really awful thing. And that's probably where my aversion towards vehicles from East Germany comes from. I mean, if the Trabant was the height of automobiles, autos, as they would say in Germany, then I don't imagine that their combine harvesters would be that good. Neither. The cooling tower is very soon to be completed, but there is only one worker here and there is 110 workdays remaining. And you're missing steel. That's your main problem. we should have a look over here at Molna. As I realize this is a bit all over the place at the moment. You have not been assigned quite yet. We shall fix. These are very much needed in order for this to work. There you go, if you wouldn't mind. I will hit the auto search pretty soon. I want to get the railroad construction office done first, and this bit of course as well. Yes, that bit. And this you can start working on pretty soon. We'll have you work on that as soon as this stuff is completed. There is an open hull heading here with the last load of steel for the cooling tower. But it's not, it has not... What are you doing? You have been to the cooling tower where you didn't get any steel. What's the matter? You're going to say, oh, construction office. Or did we miss it? Has steel arrived? No workers or mechanism. Steel has arrived. Oh, you will need a bit of workers or mechanisms. Or both. And then we might just have everything except the bus stop. 7 workdays in and 630 kilograms of steel is required to get that in. 109 rubles. That's very affordable. We're getting into the nuclear business. Or the power generation business from nuclear, from the atom. We have been in the power generating business since forever with the coal plant. But this is something else. Oh, and the construction is running without issues. Even more workers are arriving. I mean, this will be finished like any second now. Yes. Right about like now. Or maybe like now. Yes. Cooling tower not connected to building. It will be. Wouldn't you know it, we just need a little bit of steel to get it, the last bit here. I mean, here they have 10 tons of steel available. No workers or mechanism. Here they have neither steel nor workers nor mechanism they have. But as has been discussed before, it's not really of much use as it is. So the cooling tower is not connected to it. How does one of these look? We can have a look at the inside here, maybe. Could we do... oh, yes we can. That's a cooling tower for you. And fuel, you should be getting 1.2 tons of fuel. Maximum production per workday is 9,360 megawatt hours of power. And you will then produce 40 kilograms of used nuclear fuel. So apparently only half the amount of the nuclear fuel that you put in ends up as waste. Don't know how that stacks up. Nope, I don't, and I don't care, and we'll find a nice place to put that one day And you know, it's I have already. We have this place down here, which is in a corner, and it is. What's going on? You're lagging quite heavily here. What's the? Would you get caught up with whatever it is that you're doing, so that we may resume? It usually only does this for a second or so. When you teleport to a new place, what's going on? This was very, very slow out here. What? Come on. Come on. Okay. You didn't like... No. Now you're fine. And now we can go back. Yes, here. I mean, this is perfect. It's in a bit of a depression. Behind a safety wall here. Natural safety barrier. And it's very far away. Yes, I think that will do. But we're not quite there yet. We need to actually use some of the nuclear fuel first. Did I buy you a truck? I did not. I'm going to a covered hull and an LZ 100. I mean, it's a good all-rounder. Yes, you have 2 harvesters and 3 tractors, and that will settle you for now. You have very few fields. You will get more fields, but this will be enough for now. How are we doing here? Oh, we have actually increased slightly. It was down to 1100, and that's good. Would you please get some workers out here so that we can finish the last bits? Yes, there's a Mars 305 with 12 workers heading here. But that won't be enough to finish construction. Oh, the crane is also coming. Then it will be enough, I would think. And I would suppose that we'd need a cooling tower. Since it is a twin reactor, I'm guessing that we need 1 cooling tower per reactor. Oh, people are coming here to work as well. That's good. This will be finished about now. This will be finished now. Yes. Perfect. There we go. And these... yes, the Mars 305 for this one. Where are you? Are you coming? It might be you. It was not. Oh, you're going to work at the fire station. That's also very, very important. That's a good thing. You know, we're not going to get any work done here unless there's a demand for the thing. You're missing concrete. They only have gravel. Okay. So you're going to need 81 tons. I mean, it's still a little bit of a ways off then, I would suppose, until we can get some electricity out of this place. Where is our high voltage network? It's here. So if you were to, let's see, do we have a spare switch? No, we do not have a spare switch. I mean, one way that one could do this is simply to hook up onto here. And that would power both that area, and it will power basically everything. It will power this and all of that, and yes, all of everything. Domestic. We also have an export hookup on this one. Here, that should be replaced with a dedicated one, so that we can run them at full tilt. Yes, it will be. We'll do another one of these. Start it off about here. And then, yes, we'll do this. We'll take it over the little hill here. And then run in parallel with the other one. Oh, you're setting yourself up for future problems if you would like to hook up. That's a future problem indeed. And I'm going to make quite a bit of money from this, I would think. And maybe even enough to buy ourselves a train one day. All of you. Should you... no, you should not. We can wait with this one. We'll focus our efforts on this one for now. Or maybe not. Maybe we'll just assign the thing. Yes. Start. Get to work. You see, this behavior will pretty soon be. This is what we'll see constantly. Soon. Yes. Do we now have? No. There's still a tiny bit of pipe missing. 4.5 tons of steel. Are you on your way? Is anyone on their way with that? Yes, there's an open hull going to load up on steel. Here, and there's 38 tons available. Very good. Oh, and the fire station is complete. That's also very good. There are plenty of very good things happening today. Yes, you're without power supply. You won't be for long. That's good. That means that we have some load on the power plant. If only ever so slightly tiny amount on the fire station, but it's something. It is something. Right, should we get the bus out here? We should. Where's the road wheel? I don't have a road wheel who stepped out here. I should get one. They always seem to have a bit too few of these. Sure, here. Pay for the road. That takes forever. Yes, we have students in the auditorium, and quite a lot of students waiting for professors. Is it the case maybe that this town is rather uneducated? Yes, it is. We hope and we put our faith into that the few professors or educated people willing to work as professors are enough to get this show on the road for the next generation. One professor with 2 students in the classroom, that's not really going to cut it. That also means that we only have regular people here. No university-educated engineers. How hard can it be to run a nuclear power plant? Because to staff this was the place I was going to use for it. But at the current 25 educated workers out of 955, I was maybe hoping or expecting this to be a bit bigger of a town. No one's living here, no one lives here, no one lives here, yes. But as the town grows, they will. Oh, and this wouldn't happen to be the steel for the last bit of cooling pipe. You know, I think it would happen to be. Yes, never mind. Get yourself a bus. and put on this. Now, this is, of course, is going to have a line of its own. Is it? You might want to run from multiple... No, we'll skip the line for this. Oh, here's a bus. The Mars 305 or the LKR R256. We'll have this one. Get rid of that stuff. Whatever you were doing previously, you're not doing anymore. Yes, we could ship people all the way from here, because here we have educated. Not that many. It might still be a while before we get some production going in the nuclear power plant. Let's see. And then you go here and staff up power plant and fire station. The steel truck is here. It is very soon arriving to this place. And then there are no workers. There's always something. But workers may be arriving. Not really. There are trucks coming with all sorts of aggregates and concrete and what have you. But few buses are coming. Oh, and you left? You're finished? Or you're going for refuel? Maybe. Oh, this building allows multiple vehicles to move in it at one time. Wish they would fix the hospital to also do that. That would help a bit, quite a lot. Yes, good of you to overtake right ahead of the intersection. Oh, where are you going? Oh, road 4, that's not the same thing. This is something else. This would be a high voltage line. It would be better if you would have come to work on this. They have everything they need now, except for 32 workdays. And given that we have a crane here, with the, I don't know the stats, we cannot see the stats. No. But anyway, just 1 or 2 workers ought to do it. 1530, is that this one? Yes, it is. This means what exactly? Did you get this rolling? Yes, I did. No educated people, though. No engineers for the power plant. Regrettably. But that should do it. Yes, this is doing it. Oh, this is the final bit of pipe. Yes, and the last segment is being worked on. The second to last segment is being worked on. Now the last segment is being worked on. Yes, and you're complete. Now, your only problem should be that you're lacking engineers at the moment. No engineers or workers. Didn't we... Oh, they haven't arrived yet. They are somewhere. There they are. Although that does not include engineers, so I don't think it will do a whole lot. Not all cooling towers are connected. You're not telling me that you need both connected to run at all. I don't know. It says production stopped. Check out the reasons. I'm not sure about that. It may well be that we need to build ourselves a second cooling tower as well. But before embarking and deciding on that course of action, I really would like to see a few engineers in here to see that if it will do something with just one. We only need to run the one reactor. The workers are arriving. There we go. No engineers. Not all cooling towers are connected. I mean, do you think you'll get any engineers next time? Or do we have to encourage a few people? Do we have to have one of these national lotteries again? There are no educated people working or waiting at the bus stop. Not good. Because I wanted a little bit of an open storage. I was thinking here somewhere, open storage medium. Oh, you don't. Okay, of course you don't have any factory connections in this direction. Why would you? You only have here. That's not really going to help. Small one, not really going to help neither. And they can store it here for the moment, for the time being. What are you doing? You didn't bring any steel. Seven workers here, and they have all the resources, and they are hacking away at it. Yes, they are, but this I'm not so sure that this is going to work until we build a second cooling tower. Unfortunately. Plenty of traffic though. Plenty of traffic. Construction, energy related, cooling tower. You have your output there and your input there, and you have your input, output, something like that. Then, yes, and the pipe, cooling pipe. No, before we do that, we're going to put this in. Fine. 9,000 rubles. I'll submit to that expense. Yes, and from here out to there. Yes, and we need to be a bit clear, as always, here with the construction offices to get sure to make sure that they are working on all of this stuff. Yes, you as well. That's the one you used before, I think. Yes, it was. And this one ought to pick it up automatically, eventually. If you don't, we'll do that. And while we're at it, you should also make sure that the pollution monitoring station here gets completed in a timely manner. There we go. Get rid of all of the windows. And any engineers? No, 2 workers. Okay. You're coming with another load of only regularly educated people. Not going to help, I'm afraid. Not going to help. No professors, 1 professor. Not sure that this is cutting it. Shavelski, Samuel Timofeyevich, 1.33. The education level is not going that great. 2 professors. I mean, we could do some encouraged resettlement, I suppose. Do we have any educated people here? 18? 26? Not? Oh yes, they have caught up now. The adult people have gotten a basic education, but they have not gotten a university degree. Oh, here there were 33 of them. I think that these 33 will make quite good professors in Hansasino. So we'll select this, and I'm not putting you in a rubbish location, am I? No, but you can be here. That's it. We'll leave 3 of them. Cannot do sports, cannot get electronics, cannot enjoy culture. Yada yada yada. It's fine. We have alcohol in the pub. They should all feel welcome at the pub. Yes, we still don't get any educated people here. That's unfortunate. And I don't think I have a surplus of educated people hiding somewhere. As the Polochevo has also been stricken by setbacks recently, but there are 772 educated people who are living here, 102 in this building. You know what? You're getting a relocation. Out to Hansasino, you're going to be happy about this. You either get to teach in the university, or you get to I'm only taking them, am I not? Yes, I am. We'll spread them out a bit. That's about it. Let's not drain too much of the workforce out of Polochevo. They need all the workers they can have. Yes, unfortunately, I don't think that we're getting any engineers out here today. Oh, there is one engineer. It is operating without issues. The second cooling tower is not required. Should we halt production? Maybe. I mean, we are producing 100 watts. Yes, that's not a lot of power, but it is something. So yes, it's working. What was that? Not all cooling towers are connected. Okay. We're not going to suspend the construction then. I don't know if this is a problem, but sometimes it seems to be intermittently, and we don't want intermittent electricity. One engineer. Yes, it's done, friends. The nuclear power plant is completed and is producing 100 watts or so, intermittently anyway. We don't have a lot of demand. No. No, not 100 watts, 1000 watts. No, 100 watts. I know, the maths, don't even try. Not even once. Oh, that's a good amount of them. Let's see what we get. Worker, and no engineers. Yes, we have seen the nuclear power plant produce some power. Not a lot, but some. I'm quite happy with this. It's working. Almost. Just need this as well. Yes, and that's only 65 additional tons of steel and especially 472 tons of concrete. That's a bit. But yes, we're going to leave it at this for now. I'm going to fiddle about a bit over in Molna and see if we can't get that train construction office thing going. Thank you so very much for watching, dear friends. Good night.